Eric, how strong a candidate do you see Rick Perry when you look at the Republican field as it is now, and who does he most immediately affect by entering?
I think Rick Perry would probably be a strong candidate. He's going to have to weather a storm probably for the first couple of weeks so people understand he is or is not a paper tiger. And if they see that he's not, then, yeah, I really think he'll impact Mitt Romney largely because of the impact on someone like Tim Pawlenty or Michelle Bachmann pulling people away from them. Mitt Romney seems to be very capped out nationally at about a quarter of the Republican primary vote. And if Perry can cause some consolidation, then that pushes Mitt Romney's, the psychological factor that he's the nominee, down even further.
It's interesting, Roland, you look at the latest poll this week, it puts Rick Perry just 5 points behind President Obama. It's obviously very early. These polls are just a snapshot, but should the White House be worried about him?
No, because I think, frankly, you have to get through a Republican primary first. If you go back to 2004, a generic Democratic candidate was leading President George W. Bush in the polls. We saw what happened in November. And so the polls are one thing. You still have to run the race. Remember, former Senator Fred Thompson, look what happened in 2008. Republicans were in love with him. He crashed and burned. Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, same thing. They loved him. He crashed and burned. I don't believe Governor Perry is the same. He will be an active campaigner. But again, he will also pull from, in terms of Tea Party, from Michelle Bachmann. Rick Santorum has placed his whole agenda on social conservatives. Rick Perry pulls from him. If he's able to craft a strong economic message, he greatly impacts Mitt Romney. So he actually impacts 3 or 4 candidates beyond just one candidate.